very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. No president should fear public scrutiny of his program, for from that scrutiny comes understanding, and from that understanding comes support or opposition, and both are necessary.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
You watch on, it amazes me, people watch on Saturday night, cops, top cops, tough cops, 911. All of these stories that are glorifying the police state, and they're falling right into the manipulation as they watch police with no search warrant, with no court order, break down people's doors, tear out their walls, rip open their mattresses. All in the name of the war on drugs.
Pretty sneaky.
It's pretty sneaky, all right. You see them stop people on the streets, and the guy's got $400 in his pocket. They don't press any charges. They didn't even have any reasonable suspicion to stop the person and search him. And what do? They take their money. And they don't give it back. And America's watching this. And the stupid idiots, yes, you stupid idiots, you sit there and watch it, not realizing that when you take away that man's freedom, you've also taken away your own. You see, because they can do the same thing to you. Just because you talk a way that they don't like you talking, or because you wear red shoes and they don't like red shoes, they can do the same thing to you. And under the new law, without a court order, without a search warrant, they can break down your door, they can rip open your mattresses, your couches, your walls, they can trash your house. All in the name of the war on drugs. And let's say they don't like the color of your shoes. All they have to do is drop a little pouch of cocaine in your living room, behind your couch, and find it and say, aha, you're a drug dealer. What happens then? Now they can confiscate your house, all your possessions, all your property, all your bank accounts, all your cars, boats, vacation cottages, whatever you have, and they can auction it off within 24 hours without ever even pressing charges against you. Without a court order, without due process, without just compensation. And there's not a damn thing that you can do about it. Not a damn thing.
At least right now.
At least right now. And the reason you can't do a damn thing about it is because you're the one who brought it about through your stupidity. You're mentally crippled. You're operating from a position of ignorance, apathy, abdication, irresponsibility. We're losing our country, our freedoms, everything.
Now, these are strong accusations of the American public. What do you hope to accomplish by angering the very audience that you want to watch and listen to you?
Go prove me wrong. Go make me the idiot. In so doing, you're going to find out what the truth is, and maybe you'll wake your up. And if you do, maybe we can save our country. Because I don't really care at this point whether you get mad at me or not. My country's disappearing. My freedoms are disappearing. My daughter's going to live as a slave in the New World Order if you people don't wake up and help me. So, if I had a 2x4, literally, I would smack you upside the head with it. I don't care if you get mad at me. It's beyond that state. You know, I'm willing to put my life on the line. Why would I care if you get mad at me?
Mm-hmm.
You know? People say, well, don't you feel threatened? Don't you feel like your life is in danger? Are you kidding? You're the people who sent your sons and daughters to fight an illegal, immoral, unjustified war in the Middle East? And that didn't bother you a bit, that they might have got killed over there, and you're worried that I might get hurt or killed? Right here, really defending my country? Really fighting in defense of the Constitution?
Right.
Finally, new rule, now that violent crime is at a 40-year low, someone has to explain why your local police department has gone from this to this. Has anybody here tonight ever heard of Doraville, Georgia? Me neither. But it's a town of 8,000 people, and they have their own tank. So does Nixa, Missouri, and Justice, Illinois. What these small towns and hundreds just like them have in common, besides a refreshing lack of hipsters, is that they, and big cities too, have been gifted by the Pentagon with tons of government surplus war equipment, fresh from our glorious victories in Iraq and Afghanistan. Now, I understand it's a dangerous world out there, and threats have changed. When I was a kid, there was no such thing as Shia LaBeouf. But we don't need to fill our streets with any more horrifying death machines when we've already got GM. The military should dispose of these things the way they always did in the past, by selling them to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger, California's former governor, is slamming the people who say that forcing them to wear a mask or be vaccinated is un-American.
But I think people should know there is a virus here. It kills people, and the only way we prevent it is to get vaccinated, to wear masks, and not just to think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom, because
cops are only human, and we all know what it's like when you get a new toy. You want to use it. I bought a glue gun once, and by the end of the weekend, my dog's face was stuck to the toilet rail. But in West Springfield, Massachusetts, the police department's new toy is 2 grenade launchers. Why? In case Boko Haram takes Connecticut? It's hard enough keeping the George Zimmermans out of the police academy without having bazookas in the brochure. Once you start dressing and equipping people like an occupying army, they start acting like one. Every day there's another story in the paper about cops beating innocent people. The video that's been making the rounds out here lately is a patrolman punching the lights out of a deranged homeless grandmother. Even worse, that's their training video. I mean, this guy has been demoted to desk duty while officials conduct a review, but what's to review? He's punching an old lady in the face. Which is not to say most cops act like this. They don't. And if you're a police officer who happens to pull me over sometime in the near future, I'm especially not talking about you. Oh, no, you're fine. And handsome. And I rarely say that to a man. Thank you for your service. And let's just both agree that the strong smell coming from my car is a skunk I rescued on the road and brought into the vet a few days ago. No, I have no illusions what life would be like without the police. It would be that movie The Purge every night. But unfortunately, it's not just the equipment the cops are borrowing from the Army. It's also this philosophy of overwhelming force. You know, we used to send SWAT teams only for hostage or active shooter scenarios. It happened a few thousand times a year. Now it happens 1,000 times a week. Forced, no-knock entries into private homes, and now for almost any reason at all, like serving warrants, breaking up poker games, arresting low-level pot dealers. Come on. It's a guy who sells weed. You don't need to shoot his dog and crash through his window. Just grab him when he comes out for the ice cream truck. You know, police, we want to be on your side. But the words on your car, protect and serve, refer to us, not you. In the 90s, conservatives used to warn about jackbooted government thugs coming to take away our freedoms. But where are those conservatives today when we need them? This is the massive expansion of government power that you numbskulls in the Tea Party should be freaking out about. You're always screaming. You're always screaming about the loss of liberty and how tyranny is coming. Yeah, it's coming right through the door with a battering ram, no warrant, and a stun grenade. Or to put it in a way you can understand, I'm scared of the cops and I'm white. That's our show.